What? Really? And wow! These are the music facts that have us scratching our heads. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unbelievable facts in music history. For this list, we've chosen cool, interesting, or surprising facts or pieces of trivia relating to music, musicians, and/or the music industry.
Don't put me down. I put a spell on you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Number 10. Happy Birthday to You is copyrighted.
Happy birthday, dear Jesus.
Although likely sung 350,000 plus times a day, Happy Birthday is actually not a song in the public domain, and its copyright status earns rights holders Warner Chappell Music about $2 million a year.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
The company's copyright, which was acquired in 1988 for at least $25 million, is set to expire in 2030 in the United States, although it will expire at the end of 2016 in Europe, owing to differences in copyright law.
Happy birthday to you.
Written as early as 1893 by sisters and teachers Patty and Mildred J. Hill, the song is only subject to royalty payments when sung in public and commands $10,000 for use in films.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I put a spell on you.
Number 9. Screamin' Jay Hawkins' 50 Plus Kids.
Because you're mine.
This shock rock pioneer was, shockingly, also father to as many as 75 children. The singer had 3 children with the first of his 6 wives, but has been quoted as being aware of at least 57 mostly illegitimate children. Following his death in 2000, a website was set up to help track his vastly sown seed, with 33 of the more than 1,200 submissions more or less confirmed as the rocker's offspring.
Oh! Let it go!
The next year, many of the junior Hawkins held a reunion to celebrate Daddy Dearest.
I don't think I can take much more. Let it go.
Number 8. Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On was recorded in one take.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Now viewed as Celine Dion's signature song, the ballad to sink a ship almost didn't happen.
And I kept saying to Renee in the back, I was like...
Upon hearing the music, the singer didn't want to record it, and Titanic director James Cameron didn't want to use it. Producer Simon Franklin, who had worked with Celine in the past, opted to record a demo anyway, and Dion was encouraged to sing on the recording by husband and manager René Angelil. According to Tommy Mottola, Dion nailed the vocal in one take and never re-recorded it, meaning the global #1 hit is actually a demo. Number 7. Elvis Presley was a blonde.
Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear.
Perhaps the most surprising fact about a man whose life was rich with interesting facts is that the king of rock and roll's jet black hair came from a bottle. A bottle of Miss Clairol 51D to be exact.
I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough.
Born blonde, Elvis's hair naturally grew darker to a sandy blonde by his high school years, and was a dark chestnut color during his service in the army.
Why can't you see? Whoa, what you doing to me? Whoa, when you don't believe a word I say.
Presley began dyeing his hair black in the mid-50s and continued to do so until his death in 1977. Actor Robert Mitchum, meanwhile, reportedly inspired his trademark hairstyle.
I just wanna be your teddy bear.
Number 6. Tony Iommi's missing fingertips. Aged 17 and working his last day in a sheet metal factory, the future Black Sabbath guitarist cut off the tips of his right middle and ring fingers in a pressing machine.
One day I went into work and there was a woman who used to press the metal and send it down to me, and I used to weld it. And she never came in, so they said, oh, you've got to do the pressing. So I happened to get on this machine. Of course, the thing just came down, snap.
Being left-handed, this should have meant the end of his playing days. But Iommi instead created new fingertips out of melted dish soap bottles and leather strips, which resembled thimbles. For playability, the guitarist began tuning his guitar to D-flat rather than E-standard, which had the additional effect of giving his music a low, deep, and menacing sound, and shaped what would become heavy metal. Number 5. Mariah Carey's whistle register and reaching beyond the 7th octave. Self-classified as an alto, Mariah Carey began singing in imitation of her mother, a mezzo-soprano opera singer, when she was about 3. Carey's vocal range spans 5+ octaves, from E2 through G-sharp 7, which includes a full and controlled whistle register on the high end of things that put her in the Guinness Book of World Records. The diva claims her increased ability in the higher octaves stems from nodules on her vocal cords, which have allowed the singer to hit some of the highest notes ever produced by a human voice. Number 4. Def Leppard's Rick Allen keeps drumming with one arm. Rick Allen's career was nearly cut short in 1984 when a car accident resulted in the drummer losing his left arm. Although doctors were able to reattach the limb, gangrene soon set in, forcing them to amputate it. Allen discovered he could keep good time with his remaining limbs and soon set about piecing together an electronic kit with additional foot triggers with some help from his fellow musicians. He also developed a modified playing style, a style Def Leppard vocalist Joe Elliott claims is actually superior to the drummer's former two-armed drumming. Number 3. The Dark Side of the Moon's 14-year chart run. Recorded between the spring of 1972 and the winter of 1973, material from The Dark Side of the Moon was actually debuted by Pink Floyd while they toured prior to its release.
How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year.
This did little to hurt sales, however, as the game-changing album stayed on the charts for a total of 741 weeks, starting with a number 1 spot on the Billboard Top LP and Tapes chart in March. It only finally dropped off in 1988. The Pink Floyd record has even reappeared on the charts several times thereafter, including the 90s and 2000s, and to date has clocked in 867 non-consecutive weeks. Number 2. The All Beatles Top 5. By April 4th, 1964, Beatlemania had arrived in America. Although not yet bigger than Jesus, the Fab Four managed to take all 5 top positions on the Billboard Hot 100 on this date. That week, Can't Buy Me Love took the top spot, while Twist and Shout, She Loves You, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, and Please Please Me made the Beatles the only act ever to completely hold the chart's top 5 spots.
And please say to me, you let me hold your hand.
Can't Buy Me Love's jump from number 26 to the top, meanwhile, was the largest leap until Kelly Clarkson's A Moment Like This hit number 1 from number 52 in 2002. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Mary, Mary, can I go to this one thing I would buy you? I'd rather die than to live without you.
Leo Fenner's first guitar was a Telecaster, and Leo was an engineer. So everything was straight lines, hard edges, and you can look at that guitar and you think, yes, he designed that because he wasn't a guitarist.
Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky?
Number 1. The 27 Club.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Whether due to overdoses, suicides, murders, or even natural causes, many iconic musicians never lived to see age 28. The apparent frequency with which artists have seemed to die when they're 27 has led to the idea of the so-called 27 Club.
I'd rather be at home with Ray.
Reportedly beginning as early as 1892 with the death of Brazilian pianist Alexandre Levy, and claiming blues legend Robert Johnson in 1938.
Me and the devil, we're walking side by side.
The 27 Club's peak era was 1969 to 71, as these years saw the passing of notable musicians like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and The Doors' Jim Morrison.
Faces come out of the rain when you stray.
The club gained renewed attention in 1994 with Kurt Cobain's death. And in the new millennium with Amy Winehouse's passing in 2011.
They try to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite unbelievable music fact?
Your teddy bear.
For more incredible top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.